I'll not stop until I win a gold medal in the World Championship. Of course, I have secured 3 silver medal back to back, but I just want to see myself at the top, winning all the fights. And chess boxing, the name itself tells you that it's a combination of chess and boxing. Well, it's a hybrid sport where you have to play chess and boxing alternatively. It was crazy experience. I was the first female fighter to represent. Like in IFC also, there wasn't any female fight happened before. So this was the very first time, and I was the first one to represent India also at this world stage. And we athletes, we do train very hard. Trust me, when you talk about chess boxing training, you have to train for two different sports together, and you have to excel in both the sports. It's not like I can just train myself at a basic level for chess and I can just take her to the boxing ring. Nothing like that. Before each of my world championship, the amount was just 3 lakhs.
Oh.
Okay, and I think for a company to sponsor 3 lakhs is just nothing. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's
Yes.
just 3 lakhs. And I was ready to put up their logos or do as much marketing as I can. Once you get the sponsor, na, it becomes very easy. Like, the journey becomes very easy. You don't have to worry about the finances. All you have to do is just train and focus
Yes,
and get that medal and make our country proud. So we have a vision. Like, we whenever I step in the ring, I just tell myself that, Sneha, you are not doing it for yourself. You have the responsibility carried for the entire country. You're representing your country, and when you wear that jersey, you get that feeling like, yeah, you're not just doing it for yourself. It's country, or it's an individual sport. So you have to just look for yourself. You have to bring your sponsorships. You have to make your own connections. So it's about us. Like, if you fail to bring the sponsors, if you fail to manage the money, then you don't get to play, even if you have qualified for that. Like, let's say if I win a gold medal in state championship and I want to participate in the national championship, but due to lack of support or lack of sponsorship, I'm not able to do it, then I cannot just participate.
So, as an athlete yourself and a brand ambassador, okay, what is that you want move from the organization, a chess boxing organization, be it at a national level or at a state level? Like, what is that something that you really need for that promotion and everything?
I The first thing first is sponsorships, I can say, because without sponsorships nothing can happen. And we athletes, we do train very hard. Trust me, when you talk about chess boxing training, you have to train for two different sports together, and you have to excel in both the sports. It's not like I can just train myself at a basic level for chess and I can just take her to the boxing ring. Nothing like that. If you start playing it, you'll start recognizing that no, you have to excel both the sports and you have to be at the top in both the sports. So we athletes are like training very hard, and we need the recognition also, because we deserve that, I think, because we like we just keep everything aside and just focus. And I guess sponsorships make a very good like, it's a big deal to get it, but if we start getting it, then I think the promotion and everything would be done perfectly, and I think India would definitely get a bigger team.
Yeah, I mean, with the number of players coming in chess,
Yeah.
so even the local tournaments these days gets around 600, 700. Because
Yeah.
again, those are like proper private tournaments, private federated tournaments, but are private tournament, and there are sponsors that are ready to invest.
Yeah.
So how do you make those, when you went on to play sponsorship, what is that amount that you require, at least for a particular tournament versus for a longer duration? What is that?
Yeah.
Because
So the amounts that we look for is only for the tournament amount. Like, we don't get anything for the diets and
okay.
accessories, nothing like that. we manage our own stuff because we train in a club, so we look forward for that. But even though, like, I remember before each of my world championship, the amount was just 3 lakhs.
Oh,
Okay, and I think for a company to sponsor 3 lakhs is just nothing. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's
yes.
just 3 lakhs. And I was ready to put up their logos or do as much marketing as I can. But I remember before my world championship, I went to so many companies. I literally spent my daytime looking for sponsorship, and in the evening I used to go and train myself. So being an athlete, it hurts somewhere because, like, you have, before the world championship, I'm looking for sponsorship, I'm looking for my training, I have to manage my diet, and like the climate in Mumbai is like, it can go crazy. Like, sometimes it's humid, sometimes
Yeah.
it goes crazy, so everything affects us. So we have to, like, my self experience is very bad because it feels nice to talk about all the achievements, but the struggles behind the
That's the bit.
achievements um, are something very bad, I can say. So the amount was just 3 lakhs, and I remember I I mailed 50 plus companies. Trust me, it was 50 plus companies. I've mailed them, but some of them, they didn't even reply me, and some of them were like rejected for the proposal, and they are like, we only sponsor the Olympic sports. So I was like, the Olympians and everyone, they already get some part of
Yeah.
sponsorship. So companies should look for the sports which are not recognized, because people are playing that and they are putting all their efforts in it. So, and they are making the country proud at this stage, at this level. So I have a bad experience of that. Like, it's just 3 lakhs, and you can't even afford it for one single game. So, like, after winning, you get a lot of congratulations, but while supporting, like, there's nobody who supports us. So yeah, like for world championship, it's somewhere between 3 lakhs, and rest of the fights, like, maybe I can say, uh, if I consider a whole year, it goes up to maybe somewhere 5-6 lakhs between.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is like very less, I believe.
Yeah, it's
I
very
mean,
less for any of the company to support.
also because you know when you talk about diet, you need to have a particular diet. You just can't have your regular meals and everything
Correct.
like just a normal person. So that is an expense. I mean, probably if somebody is into sports, he might just understand that very well.
Yeah.
Again, how diet is plays such an important role.
It actually reflects your thing, because, like, if you have a good diet, you become a like, you be into more senses, like, like, whether it might be fitness or something, but you feel fresh, and you get more energy from it. So and we do have weight categories, of course. So to manage the weight also, we have to manage very good diet. So we don't even consider it in part of sponsorship. Like, don't give us the diet thing, we'll manage it by ourselves, but at least sponsor the tournament fees, because we are representing our country.
Yeah,
So yeah, it should be, I guess that should be a thing.
I agree with the diet thing because again when I play the local chess tournaments,
Yeah.
after the fourth round I'm actually drained, like,
Yeah.
because it's not a proper diet that I am just playing it, but then not playing it professionally
Yeah.
completely. But then once I get my rating and everything,
Yeah.
the things might change different.
Yeah.
But then diet plays a very important
Very
role, like,
important.
because you are playing 11 rounds, I am playing just 4 rounds, that too rapid,
Yeah.
so that gets over, like,
Yeah.
very quickly. But then still I am trained, like, because there's a lot of mental that goes into it.
Correct.
So you know there are companies that are actually looking out to sponsor certain athletes. Probably it could be very at a junior level, or how would you recommend, like, is it necessary to have a really big company, or is it okay if there is anybody who sponsors, like?
It is perfectly fine if a small company also sponsors us. If they sponsor their products also, that is also completely fine. So we just need someone who, knows us, knows about the game, or, like wants to collaborate with us. Anything is fine because we are playing at a very big platform.
Like,
It seems so. It's like I can say it's a big deal for them also because they get to showcase their brands. If we talk
yeah,
about any brand, so they get to showcase their brands. Or if we talk about companies, they do have CSR funds,
yeah,
right? So they can sponsor from the CSR funds also.
okay,
So uh, I think we just require the sponsorship because once you get the sponsor, na, it becomes very easy. Like the journey becomes very easy. You don't have to worry about the finances. All you have to do is just train and focus
just
and get that medal and make our country proud. So we have a vision. Like we whenever I step in the ring, I just tell myself that Sneha, you are not doing it for yourself. You have the responsibility carried for the entire country. You're representing your country, and when you wear that jersey, you get that feeling like, yeah, you're not just doing it for yourself. It's country. So when we think about our country, I guess our country should also think about us.
true, true,
Yeah.
completely. Is there any restriction of a category of product that cannot advertise, or that can, you cannot, that cannot sponsor you basically? Is it like, is there some restriction, like a betting company cannot be a part of it, or is there certain guidelines that you also need to follow?
So I'm not sure about this.
Okay,
So because right now whatever brands we got was like maybe clothing brand or something like that. So that is completely fine.
completely
But
fine,
if we talk about something like which is not legal in
yeah.
some of the countries or
Ha,
maybe in India, so we cannot uh,
okay,
take them as a sponsor.
as an official sponsor.
Yes, yeah.
Got it, got it. So how is the role of the, organization in getting the sponsorship? So national, state, do all they come together to support? Is that something that, you find while you were chasing sponsors, or how was it?
No. So they don't look for the sponsorships, honestly. Um, we are the ones who has to look for it. It's an individual sport, so you have to just look for yourself. You have to bring your sponsorships. You have to make your own connections. So it's about us. Like if you fail to bring the sponsors, if you fail to manage the money, then you don't get to play, even if you have qualified for that. Like let's say if I win a gold medal in state championship and I want to participate in the national championship, but due to lack of support or lack of
Mhm.
sponsorship, I'm not able to do it, then I cannot just participate,
Oh,
even though even if I have qualified for that. So at the early times when I started playing chess boxing, I started playing in 2019.
okay.
So in the early times, my family supported me. We were like, I used to work as a coding instructor, and my mom. So we spent our own savings also on this sport. But till what time will you do that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I paid my fees by myself. I manage my own diet, but at what cost? Like you don't get anything in return. You just all you get is just a medal, And due to like since this game is not recognized, the government is also not helping us. So we don't get any jobs also. So
Oh,
even though you get a medal, you don't get a job. Like
so is it not like, those government companies, affiliated government companies, they have their sports quota?
yeah.
So isn't chess boxing recognized still there?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Oh,
they don't. Like, they have a list of sports
sports.
which they carry forward, but chess boxing is not there yet. So we don't get any jobs also. So the big question is you are playing, you are doing it for your country, you're doing it for yourself, you have made everyone proud, but at what cost? You are not getting anything, the
Yes.
support that we actually need. you don't get. And I was like, I'll do it. Like, let's say I'll just keep spending my savings right now. So whatever I've earned till now, I have just put it into chess boxing only. So my family also, but now I have stopped doing that, and because like it's not worth, right? I mean, I am a single parent child, and I have my mom, so I have to take care of her also. So I cannot just ask her to pay my fees
Yeah.
and for the sports. So uh, it's it's something, it's very difficult to manage, but yeah, the will in me, the thing in me, it keeps going like.
Okay, so i- just a suggestion kind of a thing. If there's sponsorship at the top level with the organization, state level organization, national level organization, will that help flow to the athletes? At least to those athletes who are, bound to perform at the national, at the international level. So will that help in any way?
Yeah, of course. Like whatever comes for the game is like just beneficial for it. And we had a very good count at the start. Like when we used to play the World Championship, we had a very good count. Like the Indian team was vast. But now it's like only five, six people who are playing
Oh,
because again, it's like you qualify for the World Championship, you work hard, you train yourself, you get that gold medal, but just because of sponsorship, you have to backstep. So
so something like in the movie Sultan,
yeah,
that
yeah,
he needed a sponsor to, to actually fight in that ring.
yeah.
So
Is
yeah,
it Sultan?
Sultan, yeah, Salman Khan.
Yeah, it's a wrestling, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was wrestling.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
kind of a UFC kind of a thing where
yeah.
you
Yes,
mixed martial arts.
yes,
Yeah, so you have to have that sponsorship,
yes.
which is a mandate.
Correct.
So yeah, I mean it's sad to see actually things like it is, because India being you know with advertising spends going really high, it's almost crossed 1,00,000 crores, okay, and there is still no sponsorship, or the least of the sponsorship, I would say,
Yeah,
you know because there is certain who would want to. So I believe this is a very interesting sports,
yeah.
and if companies try to invest in this, they will definitely see something out of it, you
Correct.
know
Yeah,
because you are not just giving them a platform but an international recognition. So even if they are not in planning to do a local or a international, they can be on the publicity, they
correct.
get a free PR out of it,
Yeah,
because again when your photo gets into the media and everything, there's your the logo that is
correct.
with them,
Yeah.
with you, I mean, yeah. So yeah, I mean interesting to know about your journey, your difficulties, which is sadly a part of your journey to the success.
Yeah.
But you know so how is that does to grow a sport, okay, I always believe that at a very junior level or at a very ground level you require that mentorship, or you require that playing area kind of a thing. So is it necessary for smaller clubs to come in individual areas, like every state having one club, chess boxing club? So is that a requirement that you feel today?
Yeah, of course. Like, there should be promotion. School people, like school children, should take. I mean, we have to take the initiative to train them. Like the upcoming generation, they should know about this sport. And it's actually interesting. Like, you just train. Like, it's not just a physical training. You train for your mental thing also. So it's actually beneficial for school students, I believe. So if we come together and we form different clubs in different states, or let's say different districts, so um, and we hardly require some place. Like, it's just you just have to play chess and you just have to train for boxing. So we hardly require some place. So I believe, like, if we get more clubs into it, then this might come into the school games also, and then government can also have a
Yeah.
look on it, and it can come into the Asian Games and then Commonwealth. like that it's gonna
Yes.
flow. Yeah.
So I guess, you know, keeping sponsorship aside, but as a organization perspective, probably a state or a national organization perspective, they need more clubs. You know, they need, probably the infrastructure is not that huge of a requirement
Yes.
at the moment, because again chess is not that expensive at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but but participate. So I have seen that in chess also what happens is, once you are at a certain level, you have to go play international tournaments.
Yeah.
Because that is how your rating will start increasing.
Correct.
But then that also comes at an expense, right?
Yeah.
That is something that the athlete or the chess player is actually being provided through them,
Yeah.
through their all savings and everything.
Hmm.
The sponsorship is still limited in chess, so probably.
Yeah, I mean, there are few people, players I can say, who gets the sponsorship and you get the spotlight, but rest of them, like they are still struggling. But I can at least see there are better days for chess. I mean, I am so happy for that, because when Vishy Anand sir was playing, it was like nobody knows about it, or there were few people who actually knew about the sport and the champions. But now, like, it's like growing
Despite
and
him, he winning 5 times.
yeah,
I
so
mean, you are talking back 2012, 2013. That time also chess was not that of a.
yes, but he still did it, and now like you can see the growing stage of chess, which is nice. So I believe I see the same thing in chess boxing also. So yeah,
But I guess same thing with Maricom also, because when Maricom was playing,
yeah,
when she was at her peak, there was not many of them, who was recognized, but she stood by herself,
correct.
to get that sport to that level, and today we have at least fairly good amount of participant in boxing as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, I mean, you know, I believe that, like you said, you need to have a certain diet regime, and
Yeah.
so how is that diet regime follows? Like, do you follow it in a certain way, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like, or is it like you have to just ensure that you have a proper meal every day?
Yeah, so what happens, it depends on the weight, like the what is the body weight currently.
Okay,
So let's say if I have a tournament in the upcoming month or something, then I have to keep checking my body weight every day, and I have to manage my diet accordingly. Like if I feel like I'm just overeating, or my weight is constantly going up, so I have to manage it accordingly. But the diet should be normal enough. Like it's not like
okay.
a strict diet. We can have everything, not junk food, of course,
Hmm.
but it should be like protein, carbs, mixture of everything. So
So in the recent Olympics, we seen that wa- was it 100 grams? Yeah.
yes, 100 grams, and she
So,
went overweight, and yeah, she just lost.
so
It's sad to hear that, because we as an athlete, like we know how to manage the weights, you know.
yeah.
Like if you are playing in that particular category, you have to keep your body weight like that. You cannot just do like you cannot just eat. You have that fear that what if my weight goes up and I have to cut it. So I don't know how that incident happened, but it was sad to see that.
Yes. So that, so when you are in college and everything, didn't mean to have cookies, have cakes, and all those desserts, like good desserts, like.
Yeah, I belong to engineering background, so we do have a canteen. So every break, everyone is like having good food there. Not good food, I can say it's junk food. So, but you have that cravings, when you see people eating in front of you, they are having so many things, and you cannot have it. But if you have the will, if you have a dream, and if you have a goal of doing something, all these things are like small sacrifices, you can see. Like you can just completely ignore them, avoid them. And my mom used to cook food, so she used to give me a nice tiffin box, and she used to be like, complete this, finish this, and don't eat outside. So she also, um, I mean, she's a part of my success. I can say, because she was the one who found out a boxing club for me. She was the one who stood besides me in the journey. She helped me with the finances. She helped me with the diet. So yeah, I mean, if you have your family besides you, everything is fine. So I had the cravings, but it's fine. Like, I have the goal clear. So
One message that you would like to give you to your mom.
oh, oh, she has. I guess I can say I have made her proud.
You have made a
And
nation proud.
yeah, but
Yes.
of course my mom comes first, so
Of
I've
course.
made her proud. All these things are only because of her, and I would just say I love you because she's like the biggest role model, I can say, despite of being a single parent child. And I have a elder brother also, so we both are engineers. And the way she has managed everything, I can't even imagine of the things she might have gone through. But that energy and her boldness is into me now, and that's what making me do all these things.
You know, moms have that in them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
They're very bold, they're very strong.
even your role model Mary Kom did that. You know,
Yes, I mean,
being
she,
a being a mother, she fought, and again today also she fights,
yeah,
which
of
is
course. Yeah, just hats off to them. Like, they are the ones who are actually making our nation proud, and because of them, the next generation people, are able to do it.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Even Humpy won the world rapid champion.
Yes,
She's
yes, yes.
also a mother.
I saw that
Eh,
greeting,
Yes,
her daughter, right?
yeah,
Yeah, her daughter made it. So sweet. Like, yeah.
yeah.
We need this types of people, like, who.
So even if it, once there's sponsorship coming up, because again that will have to flow from an international level.
Yeah.
Okay. So for a state or a national level, what is the sponsorship that you require, or any athlete that requires, like not you just, but then athlete. You said that once there is a state level
Yeah.
qualification,
Yeah.
you have to have a sponsor for the national level.
Correct.
So what is that amount that is required?
It's basic amount only, like somewhere, like if I count states and national, it might go somewhere like with the travel expenses
Yeah,
included, but only about the tournament. Okay, no diet
yeah, yeah,
included,
yeah.
nothing like that. But it can hardly go up to maybe 30,000.
Oh,
Yeah, so 30-40,000, I can say. Like, if we consider flight tickets, if we
hmm.
do it by train, then it's gonna be reduced then.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, I believe that this Olympics was the best thing because
Yeah.
you know,
The last moment thing
yes.
was the best.
But also in Olympics, also if you see, in different sports where we were probably some favorites in
Yeah.
some of the sports,
Yeah.
we couldn't do well.
Yeah.
But again, there is still the sponsors. There's
Yeah.
there's the backing that goes on,
Correct.
and that is something that will probably change for you in
I
the
hope so.
in the
Yeah.
near future.
Yeah, I hope so.
So yeah, I mean, so yeah, with this, it was great talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just just a few more questions like so if chess boxing was not your profession,
Yeah.
what else would you be doing?
Oh, okay. I wanted to become a model,
Oh,
like a nice brand model, I can say, because I had a very good height, so I thought I would be a model someday.
you are at
But
the very right place.
so uh, it was it was a small part of me, I can say, that I wanted to do that. And a decent brand model, like not something else. But yeah, I started like, I played badminton also in my
Oh,
school days. I played it till, I guess, nationals. I participated in nationals. I didn't win it, but I just participated in nationals. I used to play kabaddi also. Like, I was the
oh,
captain of my school team. And then this journey started, like, I was into sports only. So that sector I didn't choose only.
Modeling is something that you left behind.
Yeah.
So, is there any moment of regret?
No, no regrets, because I believe I have achieved a lot from the sport which
Of course,
I'm playing, so no regrets.
no
But
regrets.
if, of course, if I get someday, if I get to, like walk, at least a normal walk in any of the show or something, it would be like a dream come true moment.
So, what is that one show that you want to be on?
Oh, it might be maybe Lakme fashion show or something.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe. Not sure about it.
soon that will be.
Maybe.
Yes, yes, yes. Also, from a from a sports perspective, when you say you have achieved national, states, Asian Games, what is the next tournament that is coming for you?
Right now we will have state championship, and if I win that state championship, I'll qualify for the nationals.
Mm.
And then if I win the nationals also, I'll qualify for Asian Championship, Indian Open, and then the World Championship, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a hierarchy. You have to win every tournament so that you can just qualify for the next one.
So when does your state championship
Um,
take place?
I guess it's in uh, May. The state happens in May, and national goes with June, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like right now it's like off season now, but I am still in training, so I have to compete in May. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So May is the time for all sponsors to be
Yeah.
be linked with
Yeah.
you.
Even if I find a yearly sponsorship, that would be beneficial, because I don't have to keep asking my sponsor also to bring the sponsorship. I have this tournament, I have that tournament. Nothing like that happens in between. Like, I'll just get the sponsorship directly for a year, and it would be done. Like, I'll just keep focusing on my games like that.
You know, I just got a probably I just recollected one of the stats.
Yeah.
So the revenue from sponsorship,
Yeah.
okay, sports sponsorship
Yeah.
back in 2023
Mm.
or 2023 was 15,000 crores.
I know we get zero out of it. We get nothing
So,
out of it.
so that is the amount that was quoted by the Group MC ESP team,
Okay.
okay, in the article,
Hmm.
out of which only 13% was for the rest of the sports.
God. So
So,
this is
yeah.
the thing happening in our country. Like, that's why most of the athletes are like backing off. Like, even though they have the potential in doing, in achieving a lot many things in sports, they back off and they take a normal job, maybe in corporate or something, and they just go with the flow. But there are few people, which I can say maybe like me, who wants to, like, no, yeah, I have to do it, I want to do it. So they keep going for it.
But but I see that as a very positive side as well,
Yeah.
because again 13% is a huge number.
Yeah.
It still talks about in crores,
Yeah.
okay, and that will. I'm not very sure whether the other sport will reduce,
Yeah.
but if it grows
Yeah.
alongside the other sports, it
Yeah.
would be really great to see.
Correct. And I'll also add one more point that, like, now I can see um, players who won the Olympics, like whoever
Mm-hmm.
secured the medal. And I think the ones who have not even secured the medal, and like the Olympiad winners also, our chess team and Kukesh, like, once they come back to our country, they get some amount from government,
Yeah,
like maybe in lakhs or crores, maybe. But they get something from the country, which, like, helps them to participate in the next tournaments. When I step back to Mumbai from Paris, from the Cultural Olympiad, I got no support, honestly. Like, that was something which was disturbing me, because it feels bad, like, you see other players who are training equally hard. Like, you are the one also who is working hard for achieving so many things, and you get nothing from the country. So I just wish that these things change. We also get the same recognition from different sectors, and I guess we also deserve the same respect.
So, we bring to the end of the show, but one message that you would like to give it to the people of the country, the government, and also to the sponsors.
Yeah, I would just tell them to support us. It might be any way. Just keep supporting us. We really deserve all these things. Uh, for the government, we really require the recognition. Once we get the recognition, we can just like come into school games, or we can plan out more events like that. And it's a very good sport, you can say. You train yourself for mental thing and the physical ability also. So it's a good combination. Youth would definitely enjoy that. So it's just about support us and be with us, and definitely we would just make our country proud at the global stage. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha, for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
It was, I don't have words, the struggle that you have been, the recognition that you deserve will come eventually. I have full faith in you and the people of India as well,
Thank
you
you.
know. So, as a token of respect and, gratitude, I would like to, just share you something
Of
with it.
course.
So, this is for you.
Thank you so much.